Hello London folks, welcome and welcome back. This is Pxy-LIVE and this is a weekend live stream on some experimental things in grease pencil. I have a 2D background, so I draw. I used to do some 2D drawings, 3D animation, traditional, right? And after I've started learning modeling, rigging, 3D animation in Blender, then at the same time, or it was already existed, right, the grease pencil, new potential things came up with. And so for my organic type of drawing and my understanding of 2D software, although not too much of 2D digital animation, like, you know, cutout, flash animation, those kind of stuff. I'm not really professional on that, although I know the animation part, the drawing part, the character design part, but the tricks of those particular techniques not so consistent for me. But I want to change this, and so adapting shouldn't be too horrible. I believe that what I'm seeing online, I'll show you some inspiring examples just to start this stuff, right? So it's not like you're just seeing me struggling with anything here. No, it's a struggle that is based on some very interesting features. So I have some sort of, let's see, grease, GP, 2D, 3D, there's, to get you an idea. So I want to do many things, but I'm not totally sure what grease pencil in Blender today, and soon enough in some updates, is able to do for me as an artist, as a 2D, 3D artist maybe. So I believe, for example, this is incredible, but I have made some tests with the wave painting. This is not trivial, and this is also not sufficient, because you see there are many approaches. This stuff is very complicated. Anyone that says the opposite maybe was born into this stuff, or has some sort of very creative mind, adaptive mind, for at least for those digital stuff. So maybe it's just some technical experience and background that I don't have. But so here, for example, you see what we can do with this is crazy, right? You have some sort of combination of the 2D. The problem with that, of course, is that the paint is done onto the surface, like, you see, it's sort of a patching thing, so it's not very structured in terms of silhouette, right? So it's, but the results are very impressive. I think in some artwork could work, not for exactly for the thing I'm trying to do, but it inspires a lot, because we can actually, so this is something that I want to investigate more. So the another thing that you may be aware, that we can make this kind of line art thing with the grease pencil on actually for 3D objects. So this is another approach that I think I'm probably gonna use this, because I can rig 3D characters with good silhouette that look like 2D, and then I could make the only certain features of the character, like the facial expressions with grease pencil, like drawn by hand, and then so it's still quite complicated, because the conceptual thing, it involves the combination of multiple 2D 3D techniques, but I think it's very promising, and this is just the beginning of early stage of all this stuff. I think, well, there's in the following years, I think next year, still in this decade, I think there will be groundbreaking things, certainly. For there's impossible that there won't be, because there are just too much things going on, too many ideas. It's a cauldron, right? And Blender, it's mixing into that. So The interesting thing that this guy mentions here, I think there's a very creative artist here. Look, it's Rusinek. So what he mentions in this demonstration here, more than a tutorial, yeah, some sort of a, is that you can also actually do 2D traditional animation on top of a moving 3D armature that already carries grease pencil. It's kind of those complicated stuff, but actually this sounds, I didn't really had this idea, and sounds very clear. Alright, so it will be a way halfway to return to 2D traditional animation from already a 2D 3D thing. So that's a crazy thing, right? So another thing that's worth mentioning is this one, because yeah, then the rest are some RV offset, no, not offset. Yeah, there are many things that are mentioned, but it's like there's not a school for that, for exactly what or not exactly, but what I'm looking for stylistically, not only stylistically but also as an artist. So let's say that all the content there is currently that I could found is really insufficient, totally insufficient. It's like they are good stuff, but they are very scarce, and that's just like the tip of the iceberg. So and maybe they found, some artists found formulas that work for them, but maybe that's just about it for them, and maybe it's the conventional stuff. But what I'm looking for is, so let's see, where's the, is the, where, what was the name of this, is the tweak, yeah, tweak. So this tutorial also very, so there's other guy here, he has some propaganda here, bubs. So here what we got is something that is more like the conventional 2D digital technique of animation, right? So it's sort of a puppet thing, but it still uses an armature. So this is the 2D rig. So it's not super innovating as the other guy, but it's very impressive. I like what the ideas we can bring from so this from 3D rigging. I got some ideas. So but he makes it looks like easy anyway. So anyway, yeah, this is a very well achieved character. Then of course he shows also how it is hard to make some solutions for it, but this is still very, yeah, this is like a puppet thing. So it's like not exactly what I'm familiar with, although the facial expressions are very nice, right? And the body, everything. So this is very inspiring too. So I found those things as a way for me to get into the digital, real 2D digital animation through Grace Pencil, through Blender. But this will take a while for myself to learn those techniques. So meanwhile, as I learn, I'm learning how to use the Grease Pencil in a way that suits my artistic approach. I have already some experience with some fill tool. Hold on, we can't. And I've seen that artists are using this stuff in very specific ways, maybe some copy paste a lot of junk information, conventional information, which is very frustrating, because if you don't like those techniques, right, then you end up empty-handed. But still, it's content, it's good content, so it's at least we have them. So, but based on my own experience of the fill tool, I don't know what the other artists are doing. So I know I'm very ignorant. I know very little of the potentials concretely, but I have a good insight on certain things. So while I've been watching what the techniques they use, like some are probably fundamental, like the masking and other basal techniques of the, but then when it comes to filling techniques and the use of this tweak thing, I think I know better, folks, because I have this in other software, 2D digital software. They called this technique here, this tool, lasso fill tool. That was in 2D animation, a French Canadian or software or American French, I don't know. It was the, what's the name of this thing? It changed name. It became TV Paint, but before it was something like, yeah, never mind, TV Paint. So I used that software for a while. It was very artistic and very interesting for a more artistic project, not big project, although we could use. And it has this feature that at that time not very few software have. So what this does, and Blender got this stuff, right? So this is lasso fill tool. So basically what you can do is something like that. You can make a contour and it will autofill on demand. It's not super easy to use, but look what you can do this. If you are very good at drawing silhouettes, like I know, I have some experience with that, you can, after you get some sort of draw behind with another material, right? And you can combine, like you see, stuff like that drawn front. It has, of course, limitations, but you see what we can do in a glimpse of a moment. And if you have more materials, then of course you can. But there are limitations to that. Maybe Blender is doing better. So because we have layers here, and apparently in the case of grease pencil, because this seems to be an advantage, because these are actually those fills, folks. So I'm already starting. I've discovered this today because I was copying stuff from the other tutorials, and like this is much better because filling this tool, this fill tool here is, I'm sorry, this is super. It's one of the most bizarre tools I ever seen in my life on a 2D artistic software. Oh, rigging is bizarre. No. This is bizarre, folks. So I've watched tutorials, and maybe there's a bug because you see those things, those strokes here. They are here forever. So I have to restart the file. They are supposed to be cleaned up, but they weren't. Clean up the grease pencil, and they, right? So you can select them. So I don't know. It's as another thing people seems to reproduce a lot is this color attribute. Well, yes, at first that sounded good. You can in a single material have a lot of things, but then you ended up screwed. At least myself, because if you want to repaint the fill strokes, you end up with the madness here, and then you start to create other fills as I was doing, and then you have stacking fills and that on the same spot or something like that, like totally nonsensical in my humble opinion. While if we just use the material, okay, we might end up with a few more materials, but then if I need to change some color, let's see, yeah, it has a, let's say, solid fill. Then we change this. I don't want stroke, yeah, so just something here. So like, oops, I'm using the. No, this is not what I want. I want the stroke here, yeah. So you see I have another material here. So I can just stroke, and if I want to change this this color, well, I just have to well, just change here, right, folks? So I can have all my colors here in some way, maybe. Yeah, probably there's counterparts, but you see I don't have to repaint. So the thing here now is this is very, very interesting, folks, because now you see in the other softwares I had to be creating layers for those things, because we just, or either we do this on top or like draw strokes on back or draw strokes on front. So this I've made with the Control F, just a shortcut that I'm using. So, and okay, let's say I'm using this on some, yeah, this layer is condemned, so never mind. But I'm gonna just restart it. So you see, I'm drawing behind, but this thing is not disrupted because it is not a bitmap thing. So let's say that I create another fill tool here, material. Let's also get this stuff, do this, and let's bring the surface. Yeah, we need this, but we don't need this. So let's bring this something like another color here. So you see, there is a stroke that will be behind. However, Blender is smart. I found out on a good tutorial about grease pencil. Let me show you this guy. This guy is really cool. He made an entire course, slow pace. So I'm watching the free course for now, but if I had money I would contribute, because this guy made an, I think for now is the best tutorial, even though it's what he's doing is like Master Puppet 2D digital, like Piggy the Pig, I think, something like that. TV show, I think, for kids. Where's the? It's this guy. Well, I have here some. Where is that? Is the I was watching. Yeah, part 5. Okay, this one. Sorry. So this is the Mundo. So this guy here is got. So I was watching all these course here. You see this character here, and this happens to be a master class on grease pencil and rigging, and there's the 3D animation also. Like many tricks I've learned from this guy. There are others, of course, like I think Hollow Pixel things where I've learned the like, no, it's not that. It will be like the masking grease pencil. Yeah, level pixel lab. So I think this, maybe not this tutorial, but many others. I think this guy has a good insight into the masking features for the stroke layers. So this is for eyelids. He has older stuff. The older stuff, like maybe this one is good, but the old stuff is like probably not deprecated. But I think today we have better solution. And he also have newer ones, so this is good content as well for grease pencil that I found. But this one for me is the Mundo is like the best. Like I think there's some masking things here, but it's more subtle. The most thing here is the rigging of the 2D and relation with the keyframes and the dealing with the strokes. So this is very, very precise and very, very didactic. It's like this is no bullshit, folks. This is like the true and see, even though it's not organic, right, the style, because it is, there's so much dedication into the process, right? You get the right idea and how to work with things with a few practices. So let's go back here. So this guy here deserves some prize, I think. So here, let's go back to my stuff. And so what I want to do, so I've learned, for example, from him, I think this other trick here, I had no idea that existed, and this is a game changer. Besides the fact that we have the layers, right, stroke layers here, we can also have the an operation. So you see that stroke, it's still there, it's not merged, and it is drawn the way that I asked for. Wow, you have no idea what that means, folks. I came from a 2D Krita. I have Krita here, also happens to have a fill tool, but you know, those are not, those are like these are bitmap stuff, I think, there also. So this stuff, as soon as it is placed, it is merged with the background or the other things, strokes around, whatever. So no strokes, right? Those are bitmap, right? Pixel stuff, I guess. And here we have those curves. So that means that I have, oh, I can even feel that. Then, yes, I would have a problem if I want some parts of it to be stroked or not. This I don't know how to do, folks, because if I add a stroke here, well, it wouldn't add. Interesting. So maybe I'll have to make it by hand, I don't know. Can I? No, wait, is this an illusion? Is there actually... No, there is no line here, nothing that I can see. So that would be very interesting if I could just add a stroke to this, but apparently it's just for the future strokes. Let's try. No. So yes, I'm using the material. I have the material is here. Why it is called solid fill, but it's not. Maybe it needs some sort of update here. No, this is not that. Oh, there's no. Yeah, this is, but that this becomes, this clears the. No, so it's not that. Cursor top. So you see, this is very still complicated, but I think we're getting somewhere. What I wanted to show is that if you have the stroke here, you see that, for example, this one, I was trying to do something different, but if you have this stroke, look at this madness. There is the range. Let's place this a quick favorite, right? Because it's range strokes, spring forward. Okay, bring forward. Okay, bring to front. So that means that I can place it, if I want, exactly behind, so it's not dead, this is still alive, and then I can edit this. I've just found this out, folks. So essentially, by combining these techniques, this is the best system for fill tool that I've ever seen in my life after like more than 10 years. I'm in awe, because in the other graphic softwares that I use this, I would never be able, I would only be able to have this freedom or this substantial feedback, backups on this stuff if I were to make layers for each one of those fill strokes, because it doesn't save like, but in Blender they kept separated. I say I don't even need to fill that, but if I want, I've learned that with Mundo also. You can fill strokes, right? Blender logic, right? But I didn't know you could do that. So now imagine, so you see, I was trying to mimetize those guys, their artwork, while there is much better to do. from my perspective, but I had no idea, right? Because I was totally ignorant of the whole set that we have here. This starts to become big stuff, folks. I think it's one of the biggest connections to grease pencil at this point. So instead of struggling with this hair feeling and making those strokes, yeah, we can get very cool stuff like that. But I can go dynamic now because I can feel nearly anything, everything. So of course there's things that I need to learn yet. But the fact that we can feel those strokes, have them back up like that, move them forward, then we have the mask, then we can wave paint them or rig them in other ways. So pixel level would use some sort of lattice modifier. Yes, maybe that is cool because the wave painting will still hold artifacts into the input artifacts, skinning artifacts, right? Deformed or in the grease pencil, so it's terrible if we end up with this problem, right, on joints. And we can have grease pencil joints, yes, if we try to rig the puppet thing. So this is one of the guys that I've showed there, squirrel thing, right? he ended up having to solve joint artifacts because he was using wave painting. So it's not wrong using wave painting, but I understand why the lattice modifier can become in handy. Also, in the case of the lattice, it can also have wave paint on its own, like a cage mesh. So it's not like we can totally escape wave painting, but it's different if you go directly into the lattice or into the grease pencil, right? I'm not sure, but I think that's the idea. So how I'm gonna restart this? Yeah, but before I want to discover if it is possible. Yeah, I'm gonna save here because I can redo this in a better approach now. So I want to know if there is a way to fill this on demand, like just these ones. So far I've been frustrated by that. This is one stroke. So I don't want to restroke this on another like grease pencil thing, like imagine, yeah, I could do that, but there's some snapping, right? Is it possible that I could snap on? Maybe that could be less suffering if that was possible. Let's try that. Maybe does not be the best solution, but maybe that works fine. I don't see any snapping feature here. Oh, auto merge. Wait, is this possible? Okay, not in. No, I need to. Here, alright, so I don't know if this is going to work, and for some reason it is okay, this is top lip. Okay, so let's try here. So if this is correct, this is kind of hard but to draw here, but it seems to be no, it's just too easy to control, so I'm not sure what's happening. Let's make some tests here. No, this is not merging, right? It's another stroke. Yeah, no, this is not merging. Not a chance that this is merging. So, but strangely, this was very easy to stroke on top of that. But it's not what I want. It's like it's giving me some. It can't be this. Like, why it is so easy? I think I have just a stabilizer thing. Yeah, it's just a stabilizer, so it's an illusion. This is not Let's get here the okay, let's go back here. So I have the, what is this? Add wave data for the stroke. Not sure what is this, and this is something. This is for for editing multiple strokes on different layers, channels for. So this is more complicated. Use additive drawing when creating new frames. Oh no, that's for frames. The stroke from the free active frame are included as the basic. Oh, okay, maybe some duplicating guides. Is my grade runners? Use snapping to cursor object, the stroke itself. This is circular. Okay, this is not parallel isometric. Oh, no, never mind. So I don't know what's this. This is for other stuff. Also, let's reset this before some issues happen. Origin 3D stroke. Stroke. No, this is stroke placement. This is like origin stuff. This is overlays, layer. Okay, so apparently there is nothing here that. So the idea, I'm still on this. Is it possible to edit this with? Like, I don't see why Blender wouldn't do this thing. Like, it's like giving a. Not this one, folks. Actually. Strangely, it doesn't allow me to select the. Okay, so it's this one. I can hide those things. So I just want this one. It's a solid field that for some reason there's this one too, but oh, it's the same material here, so I don't need it twice. There's some lagging here that I don't understand why, and oops, maybe I shouldn't have deleted that. Let's go back. Alright, so I have let's say if I bring this stroke here, that doesn't add anything. Line, style, textures, solid, base color. I don't know why this one, so let's just give this. What would be this thing? Color. It's like a dual color thing, so let's give some color that will be very apparent. Okay, I can't control this, I don't know why. Let's control V this and... Oh, there we go. This was... Alright, so indeed it doesn't allow me to tell which points I want to have the stroke. So it's like global stuff. But maybe hold out it for some sort of mask, and there doesn't seem to be so the cool thing is that we can activate and deactivate on demand. What happened? Review, let's go. Surface. I think it was this one. No, I don't know what happened. Okay, it was this one, maybe. Yes, whatever. So I don't know why this was having some problem with the. Alright, so the idea would be to see if there's anything we can do about this these strokes here. So if I just delete, right, it just goes away. This is bad, right? And we can rejoin that. It's another one. There is, we can sort of play with the L, delete those points. Let's see. Let's try to there are some strokes in the way. Let's just hide all the this one. Okay, this one is just, let's just delete this point here. This might not be the best example. Okay, let's try this one. We have proportional editing, so we can do stuff like that, right? So this is starting to get interesting. So all right, let's say I want to I need a better example here. Yeah, let's try, let's say I want to bring this on top here. Oh, it's already getting on top. All right, so but this is probably because this is okay. Now it's on back. And we can, let's say that we have this how to create, yeah, we can subdivide it in. Yeah, we just create another one, right? So, and there are some subdivision or other smoothing things that we can do for the whole stroke, like sample stroke allow to not only they will rearrange itself, but I see I'm subdividing, so this is here. I'm not sure what it's doing, but it seems to be smoothing some sort of a factor thing. I'm not sure. Then okay, here this is happening because the stroke ends, so this is not the. So I see we can just easily get one on top of the other, but what if we wanted to let's delete this. Also, this base color for the strokes is very bad. Let's get something easier to spot. Right, let's say, what if I wanted to like, can I extrude this? This seems to it seems to not want to do some interactions here. Yeah, it like autofill there. It recognizes sequence, right? So it's not like, is that the same stroke? I need to add the merge here, but I think the merge is for something else. Well, it actually, well, not really. Is when there's more strokes involved. This is not good behavior, right? So, not exactly what I wanted. And this is using some sort of, there's the auto merge, right? But this is using the same material. I don't know why these strokes are like that. So let's say that I wanted to get this and make something, yeah, so I don't really know what's happening here, folks, but so this cannot stay on top because the object is already, I cannot just move this, right, it's either on top or, so see we start to have some conflict here, and in this kind of case I think there is little we can do. I have to redraw this shape behind, maybe like redraw this or just duplicate it, and no, cannot, this is complicated. So there are many things that are, the logic of the grid space is just bizarre, right, or it's just not, it's just too stiff, right, but if you're not trying to do something complicated, as particularly complicated as I mentioned, right, it's not like super optimal, but I believe in some case that could be relevant, right? And here I'm not sure what happened to this. Oh, it actually seemed to have merged, right? Yes, yes. So look what I've done, folks. I've added a stroke in the middle of the other. It just could not get behind the mesh, the hair mesh there, and the other on front, but I was able to add it and merge it to the other, like just by doing something like that, I think. Now I don't remember what I've achieved, but anyways, it worked. We can also just expand these strokes, right? Create more of these strokes, subdivide, and then we create like more mesh, more grease pencil here to do something like that. But what I ended up finding interesting is that I could, so I don't know why it is not working now. It's like something special happened before. Oh, maybe I needed to delete those points. Now it wants to connect, so merge. Now it still wants to connect from the base, so this is some strange behavior I can't fix, but there it just merged for some. I have to re-watch and see how I succeed doing that. But anyways, we ended up with some. I ended up with some interesting setup here. Let's finally restart this stuff here. We're gonna do a 2D animation. I could start with some rough drawing here. There's this pencil, yeah, so just as a reference, what is this? Okay, just some celebration, I guess. And which character I would like to, yeah, same thing, we're gonna get this, her name is Miho. It's the, okay, so I want, what's happening here? Why I can't have the, okay, so I have lines and fill, okay, but I want to have a, yeah, so this is just a stroke thing. I'm gonna delete those So the tool, yeah, I have a better tool. I think I've made a brush for pencil soft. Maybe it's not very good right now, but okay, let's use. Yeah, it doesn't. Okay, so I can make a. I can sketch with this. It's no problem. Because it's grease pen, so I think I can just do this, right? If I'm not satisfied, yeah. So I'm gonna save here as yeah, as this new so this is a new attempt where I will gather some of the learning from the past disaster. It was not a disaster, but it was annoying, right, to find out that a few mistakes without experience, without enough experience, were very compromising for the end result. Is maybe a bit more centralized. And yeah, actually this is bad, right? So let's just change this orbit thing, control comma. This is better. Let's get here the, sorry, let's reduce this. Also let's bring, I've learned, I don't remember who, one of those tutorial guys that I've mentioned, so I'll just bring the materials here. I found this setup better. Now it's the opposite. I need to remember that the hold left mouse, the middle mouse button hold is the actual pan, like in the conventional 2D software. So for the model sheet of this character, let's see, unfortunately you can't see here what I'm looking at, but I have separated. I'm gonna do so. Yeah, so I can do the fantasy one, why not? So she would be some sort of Miho or Ruru. She'll be sort of this, sort of a warden, like so I like this some of the Japanese temple thing, you know, cleric, or this, they have some seals, paper on painting. That's probably some Chinese stuff. No, but we see a lot on the, or maybe it's Japanese or a mix. Anyways, the script, of course, is from the Chinese language, right? And so I like how they depict this the Oriental cleric. There's actually many animes that use that, right? So I find it appealing, the idea of that seal against the, I don't know, undead, against demons, ghosts, whatever. But in the case of Ru, she's not exactly a warden against this kind of creatures. It's more about, could be anything, right? So it's not very clear how is the character design, but here, but for the clothing, but I just wanted to have for the some silhouette thing, right? So that should be good enough. Because in a great deal, that is what characterize characters, right? And alright, so this can be good. And I'm going to save here, of course. So this will be like the sketch. And this probably I need as a reference, but I can reduce the opacity here. And we're gonna lock. Reduce even more. The light, we don't need that. So now let's bring another one. So now it's where, yeah, so we have these standard materials, so I don't need that. This we can probably reuse, but we're gonna rename it square strokes. I usually like this, but I think we don't need that. Solid strokes. And now we're gonna bring the ink pen. Yes, but what is happening? Active layer. Okay, it's locked. So I'm going to now use line or no line. Let's see. Well, if I don't use this. Okay, so this is sketch, right? So I'm gonna just do this. So I'm going to create a new material here. This one. Alright, I'm gonna lock this material. And this one will be a new one, will be the stroke fill. It's not clear what I'm gonna do this for. Maybe here. So I know one technique of merging the vertices, or not merging, but faking the. So I'm gonna call it stroke fill. Here, yeah, because so maybe I'll have many requirements for this layer here. Is there a constant? So the feeling here gonna here, I think it's almost pale, but a pale pink, and just to make it different, then we could bring also here some grayish color, close to dark or to sepia, which could combine well with that. I want a constant stroke, so it's like the radius, no radius here. Yes. And this is how we can start doing this. And then for the stroke, this maybe it's too dark, so let's reduce here. Yeah, so then we have this choice here between us round. I prefer this one, I think it's more appealing. So here, this is solid fill. And so now this is where my own artwork for this starts to become in handy. So this will be very different from what the other artists, at least the tutorials that I found, are doing. So also, let's get this and not affect this lights. I think it's okay, it's doing nothing. Anyways. So I'm going to start by, is there some stabilize? Oh, we want some stabilize, maybe not too much. That should be enough. This is too strong still, so this is, there is some shortcut for that, I think. It's hold shift, right? Yeah, so and you can hold and destabilize and stabilize at any time. Yeah, so it's reducing this. So this is stabilizing and this is free. All right, maybe just a little more. Okay, so what does that mean is that we're going to, yeah, I see it struggling with those corners. Maybe I start with this, then at the corner I hold shift and then, yeah, this is bad. So just the corner, then we want I made a mistake. So this is the, there's also something important, is to simplify this thing. I don't have a basis here, so I'm gonna make a check here for the, this is too much maybe. So let's try with the simplify of, actually, let's see, the strokes start to become a little, maybe the simplified is actually a bit too strong, so let's leave it some value like this. I think this is better. Okay, so start here. Then just try to bring this spear shape, there we go. Then here is just like the continuation. We're gonna just do this. I can actually just leave it like that, and after I can fill that with some other, like here, fill and fill. Yeah, that works. But probably can also do a few more improvements there. Yeah, I don't like how the stuff clutter here, but anyways, we got this. Of course, this is in front of the character, but this is okay because there's just one layer of the hair. Let's continue here. Actually, since we are here, let's also fix this one. I can probably delete this point, and F. There you go. F, and there's... okay, this is fine. And here probably, if there's some smoothing tool, bend, radius, extrude, transform, what is this? No, this is something else. So this is, I think this is for keyframing, right? So no, this is not the case. Yeah, sculpt mode, I think, right? Yeah, sculpt mode. Good. So I can do this on sculpt mode. But I need to be careful. This is not so... can easily... apparently this can easily ruin the curves. And now I'm conflicting with my 3D input of the shortcuts. Here there will be some sort of accessories that you're gonna connect, so this is why I don't need to do anything perfect there. Oh, this is another thing, so yeah. Yeah, let's just leave this like here. Let's go back to draw mode. And now do the same thing for the other side. Edit mode, we can right away fix this solve point, proportional editing, no, not only connected. I don't know why this didn't record. I think I changed the file, right? So F, there we go. Then again Control 8. So see, this is much better working like that. For me it seems to be, it's satisfying. I think we are gonna soon reach somewhere if I start making characters like that. Then of course this is very crude, right? I don't know if this is good. Probably this is not good for animation, but for, of course, certainly not the animation that I want, but this will be like the beginning, right, of some exploration, and at least I'm learning more the grease pencil thing. I don't want this recording thing. This can be dangerous. And already we got some mistakes there, apparently. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, so anyways, we got here, then we have the hair. I think I can, yeah, there's more about the hair. So just to keep organized, I'll make, so this hair, pigtails, maybe not ponytails, yeah, pigtails. I'm not sure. So, and here this will be like the scalp. So this will be on the front already, and I can hide this. Lock, yeah, and then go on. Oh yes, I have a problem here with the so I sort of lost the value that I had, but okay, we have some, might be good to have a variation here. So for the scalp, which is not exactly the scalp, so here it will be multitude of stuff. So I'm gonna, some part will be on the front and some in the back. So the ears, probably they're gonna be on the back of this thing. So yeah, I can do this. Then for here I can do this. Or maybe it should be, maybe should do this. You see, this is very peculiar. Then maybe you can probably move this a little, scale, so you can better conform to the other one. Alright, let's try this. Then yeah, the perspective makes it a little different. Alright, then this don't need to be in a, none of the hair needs actually to be in another layer because they don't combine. So this is something I wasn't really, I probably knew that, but I wasn't really aware. So there's a big difference when we are aware of those things. That means that I can just start adding, yeah, I can bring all that, and if I know, if I'm very precise on the amount of those trains I have, there is really nothing to fear about bringing them together. Actually, let's do this, right? Because why not? So move this to move. Okay, select. Okay, let's. I need to be on some sort of mode, probably edit mode, right? So move this to scalp, and okay, so I'm gonna bring this, gonna bring this and this to Q. This is the, okay, arrange stroke send to back, and this, okay, these are ready. Q, arrange stroke sorry folks, bring to front. Probably here we reduce some, yeah, so because this opacity here is not, no, it is working, it's just there, but since I'm going to, no, it's not working. Oh, I need to be here. Alright, take off this light. So let's delete this one. So I'm gonna draw a new one, so I just need to add a new one. So then I'm gonna recombine. I don't need this scalp here. So I'm going to, yeah, after I rejoin, so I'm gonna bring here, and I'm going to go back here. So I'm using the same stroke of this. Maybe later we can redefine this as a whole. So I'm gonna ignore the ears here, and I'm just, oh, there's a problem here. The ear, will that be in front? I think it's in front of the ear, so yeah, that's fine. So all these strokes here will just be like, probably here I'll have to do something. Yeah, so here will be a bit complicated because I cannot just do this in one single stroke as I intended, so I'll do multiple strokes instead, and then I'll decide what I do with each one. Yeah, exactly. You see, this one will be on the front. And then maybe this one, it's on the back, and then we have the scalp, right, which is like to be like the, this one can be a problem, right? So here I'm not sure exactly. It's the problems about this one. So like I needed to bring this from here. And maybe doing something like that, yeah. So this will, oh, it's bad. Well, I can read it, so that's the cool part. So we can probably start here. Yeah, whatever. Then edit. Then I can, yeah, now they are all messed up, so I'm gonna just, no, not that. Delete this. So you see, you don't need all that. That's perfectly safe to have this shape here. Just it's awkward, but whatever works. So I'm gonna bring this to the back, but no matter how back it is, it will not be as back as the, it's back in this layer, but not in, right, it's still in front of this one. All because, but as soon as I combine, then I have to readjust those things. So here, maybe this one, so probably need to, yeah, so just select one is sufficient. This is the front, this one is like, yeah, this one is, I need the face, of course, and this, is not working. I think because this is, oh yeah, this is part of, okay, so we're gonna move this to here and bring backward. There we go. So probably this will, yeah, so as soon as you get this can cause a problem with the face, so maybe this might end up in the same layer as the face. So yeah, so we can get into some trouble sometimes, or I have to make some, because it's not good to have these on the same layer, so I want things to be better organized. So and yeah, the cool thing is that we can probably adjust this in many ways. Alright, I need to make the there's the ears also, yeah, so all this will be in the back. Probably I can move all this to the hair now, after I can so head or face, so of course I see that basically the head should be in front or in the back of the, so maybe the head, yeah, so now we're gonna just add a, let's do a duplicate of that. So duplicate, let's save these materials here. Skin, so we're gonna bring this and the stroke for the skin could be something like that. Yeah, here is sepia, doesn't matter. And alright, so this material can do something about the face. Now I can see. So basically this will be this will bring at the top for now. I don't like this stabilizer. Can lock here so you can manipulate this better. I'd like to have some smooth from the edit mode, because I'm used to doing this in 3D mesh objects. Okay, but then the problem is these strokes, right? Some strokes here are probably not good. I cannot just delete this because it will create some gapping there of color, so I need this. So this is why I was trying to find solution to make this vanish on demand. I think there's no way to do this unless there's some sort of property here. This is for some other features, sometimes modifiers. That will be super complicated. No, never mind. So I doubt it could do that. I'll have to sort of identify certain points, right, and tell Blender, oh, this is the ones, or something about the properties. That will be super complicated. Alright, then we have this. May try to make some ears probably. So this is the cool part that I found, is that indeed we can just leave some strokes open and it doesn't fill with the stroke. So this is cheating. Like that. Proportional editing is bad sometimes. Okay, so here. First we want this and this. Oh, I see the problem. Like I have yeah, so like it's like one ear needs to be on the top and the other on the bottom, so this the front and the other. Yeah, so something like that, and that can cause some issues. But then we have that here, so it's where I need to start mixing, right? Okay, then neck and the other parts you can do later. So for now, yeah, so I could try to start bringing stuff with strange naming or try to get all those strokes. So my idea, yeah, so this is complicated because need to decide if we want still the materials, because there are some things like masking that you need the layer. So this is why merging everything here could be a nightmare. It could be, I think there's this passing thing that can. Yeah, so you have like, we can give a to specific layer, but I'm not familiar enough with that. I've just seen someone doing so. One of those tutorials I've mentioned. So basically, in the beginning, so probably what is needed here . So it's not too hard. It's time consuming to re-separate those things, but it's not optimal, right? So the best thing I think indeed, as sort of a beginner here, will be indeed to start to make the correct separation into a lot of layers. At least to not have the, like, the head is super important. So like the head can stay here. The ears are less important, so but of course, to move to new layer, let's say ear left. This is what I didn't want to do, but move new layer, ear right. So the ear left happens to be in front and so that allowed me to perhaps bring some hair layers in front. So for example, of course we don't want, no, this is the wrong layer. yeah, let's not do this thing here yet. Just so there's some hair which will be really at the back of the face. So it'll be like, it's hard even to name those features, right? So hair, scalp, then we have some sort of need to unlock here, lock the head, lock the ears. Also we don't need to be, so just need to, okay, so these will keep here, so but we're gonna simplify, so we're gonna move this to hair, pigtails, so this is like both, they can stay behind the scalp, which makes sense, right? Then the scalp, we need more separation, so for example this will be above the hair but behind, oh, above everything, so move hair strand left. I'm gonna move this here, that, yeah, that will be left. Maybe it's a corrections here. Oh, auto merge, right? Not auto merge, it will fill the, we'll have this filled later. Okay, automatic, just because of we already worked on that. Then here we got again this one, move new layer, so this will be hair strand right, 2 times enter. So that's, then we have, what else? Okay, so and these will be like the ones to go to the front, right? Move to hair, how do you call that? The front is the, I don't know the name in English, so then just move this to the front indeed. And I'd like to have some collection. What is, oh, there's the, okay, so this is where maybe we just need to do something here, maybe extrude here, even do this kind of adjustment here, actually some adjustments here too. Yeah, so this is the cheating part, right? And I think Alt S we can do this for this. This is another cheating mechanism. We can just refine this on demand, right? So this is already super awkward, right? But much less awkward than the other time I tried, because now I'm starting to have serious understanding of this, how grease pencil can work, right? So here, these hair front, they are actually front is like FT, maybe, okay. Yeah, it's looking nice, right? I don't know, this could be some sort of avatar, I don't know, could do some funny animation, but just facial expression or some very basic walk, if I do like that. But okay, let's just do some, as I mentioned, no, can't GG that, right? As I mentioned, I don't have puppet animation experience, like it's not my background. I animate organic stuff, right? So there exists some cutout techniques that can make the cutout super organic to some extent, not as much as the, but it's hard work, but in terms of, I find it complicated, but I know some animators do, they are specialists on that method, and they do on demand. If they need a special animation for their cutout, they create specific cutouts just for some changes. So this is like, it's beautiful if it's well done, it's like very, very beautiful, but if you were to animate like that all the time, then just do 2D traditional animation. Right? So, but it's, I find fascinating how the animations get adapted to this thing, because the cutout, it's very economic, right? But it doesn't give a lot of motion, right, as organic, right? So it's a different mindset, a different art style, but I understand it can be very economic, and then occasionally you can do something special just for special scenes, and that's quite interesting. The adaptation required, right? I find fascinating how that can work. So here, okay, this is the scalp in the back, so the curvature is doing. So it needs some, now I need something about the, lock all these. We need to make the facial thing, right? And so here probably we need to select. Can we multi-select this? No, we can't. This is unfortunate because, well, at least we can, I can like pick this and isolate here, and we can do something like that. Okay. So now I start to have the problem with the layer things, which is just the eyelids technique. So basically, I think the solution I was pathing for that would be like just some. So here probably I need a solid again for the eyes. So we're gonna put it. So it's like eyeball, right? The wrong thing. So this first. Just eye. And that, lock this, contact, lock. Then for this eye thing, I can probably get some bluish tint here, not very pale bluish tint. And then solid, we want probably here pure dark. Black, but I don't know if this will work. It was, I have this problem here with this base color. So let's just do this. Alright, and then here I'm gonna reduce because I think this can be more to the whites. will fill the gap there. In a moment. And here too, so edit mode. Here better with the mouse, because you have the mouse wheel for the proportional editing. So here maybe we just F, delete this point, F. Okay, it creates this one, that's convenient, and there seems to be some separation there. Yeah, I think now this is correct. Alright, so I'm gonna, it's still happening. It's like they didn't merge properly. Yeah, so this is bizarre. I think there's a bug there. You see, there's it's, oh, maybe it needs to be cyclic. Something about doesn't seem to solve anything. Switch direction. Probably it appears somewhere else. Anyway, so stroke. Well, that seems to... Oh yeah, because then maybe it inverts, and when it appears in the interior the angle is less, so I don't know, that seems to have worked. Of course you can also add some subdivision to smooth this out, but for now this is okay for me. And I don't want anything here to be affected by lights. Yeah, so this is complicated, needs some updates in this, right? So this lighting, the accessories for the hair, but now the eyelids thing, which is a bit complicated. I haven't found a solution yet, because there's also the eyelash things. So my question, should they be right in the examples that I've seen? It's usually usually the eyelid has no eyelash, no stylizer, least stylized eyelash. So it's like what to do, right? So no. So I think let's bring. So here is where the eyelids, probably eyelids, lids and lashes, or just LL. Then I can give the eyelids some... I remember the problems here. Alright, I barely remember. I don't know how to solve it, folks. I need to check my files, but I can try to simplify, like something like we have. Yeah, I could use the same material as the skin, because it's not a question of... Yeah, so maybe we can use that. Okay. Except that maybe not the same. So here's the question, should I do the eyelids here? Like just in here, or... Yeah, so... or big, because we have to deform, because if it's closed the eye cannot have any expression. So this, must say I'm confused right now, but then if the eyelid masks the... Okay, so you can have something like that, and then maybe the eyelash is different, but it follows up. So this is not super complicated, just I need a revision, and maybe I'll do that offline. And so maybe for today would be this, right? So basically, let's bring this a little more to the bottom, alright, something like that. So you see these eyelids need some masking, so the masking system is actually will be something like the masks here. The eye needs to mask the lid, or not. No, it's not like that. So the lid is on top of the eye, right? But the... And then maybe this creates some... Oh, it's the same material. It's the same... I can create more material in the same... Wait, why this is not creating... Oh, it is creating the field. So, yeah, so maybe I need a eyelash material special. Stroke lashes, so just stroke, so you can make some bolting here. So I'm gonna save. Maybe even this is too much, right? But stylistically this can work, right, for this character. So just get some curvature and that's fine. Alright, so then it, on edit mode can still adjust. This is the fun part of the front. Can have more subdivisions here. Yeah, for the lash, why not, right? So like select this stroke and like adaptive. No, this is not. It's not the adaptive. It's the sample length. Yeah, we can. Yeah, this is nice. It restructures 6. Yeah, 6, and then we have some. I don't know the sharp threshold here. Doesn't matter. sample. There we go. All right. Proportional editing. So the cool thing is that it's not rigged yet, but this is the same layer of the eyelids, so it will suffer from the masking too. The only problem is that if this mesh doesn't get masked in some way, the stroke, then because I need some full just feel of that. I cannot stroke with this. Yeah, if I use this stroke and then that would be strange and have some feel that is incorrect. So this is why a different material would be nice here. If I cannot get rid of those strokes there, which are part of the... Okay, so let's get this mask thing done. So the head can mask eyelid. I'm not sure this is correct, so... No, this is not correct, so... Okay, the eyes are below. Oh, I got it. So maybe this needs to mask the... There we go, but then we have problem with the eyelashes, right? So maybe the eyelashes need to be on... So that works, right? That works, so that solved the problem of the... Yeah, so the eyelash, they can't stay there, they need to move to eyelashes. They need to be on the same level, they are sort of are of the... And this will be called eyelids, actually eyelids top, right? We don't have eyelash top, but right, but maybe we could have, right? Although this character design doesn't have, so it can leave it simple like that. But yeah, it would be nice to have, so let's just do this here for now. I like to have some different color for that, but I don't know how to do that, so for now we can... Yeah, the problem is that the eyelids mesh, it cannot really control the... Yeah, I have to move this with this so we can... We need eyes, of course. And so the eyes is this sort of simple. So we're gonna have the not eyes clearer, but the eyes, iris pupils, irises and pupils, which is too long, so irises, sclerus, because it's both sides. So here we, in this case, because we're able to do so. This is simple. Just add a. Let's drumroll. Let's add just a circle here. Well, actually, might need a new material here. So fill, what is the color for some subject? Alright, so then I'm gonna get the circle, yes. This, oh, actually this base can also be got it wrong, so I need to validate the thing. So here too many layers start to get yeah, there's some distortion because of the perspective, but I think we can just bring it like this is fine for now. Yeah, there's the pupils, which we should also need. So for the pupils is, I think it's just will require maybe, yeah, for the pupils just do this. And can I duplicate? I think I can assign material. Yes, we can. So just get a new one here. This will have no stroke and fill. This is irises, and this will be just fill pupils. So this is pure black here, alright. And so I'm gonna just Shift D this, and okay, it doesn't work. So let's do one by one. Shift D, scale down, and apply. And actually arrange, bring to front. No. Assign, select, assign. Oh, never mind. Oh, there's nothing here, so there we go. And this seems incorrect, so I'm gonna do the same trick there. Stroke, switch direction, and just in case here I'm gonna do the same thing. Stroke, switch direction. Oh, now it's short. Okay, let's leave it like that. So edit mode, L, Shift D, scale down, and then assign. Creepy, but if we just get back our layers, we start to get something there. Okay, so this is and apparently these are not masked by the we probably should be masked by something. Let's see if I bring this layer out, what happens. You see that they are not masked by the eye, so we need to they need to be masked by the eyes. Yeah, I think that's which are below. There it is. So they are masked by the eyes. Now there is this problem here that I didn't see other artists solved sometimes, so this is tricky. It's like we need to have it's like the eye needed another to be above that line, right? So this is an annoying thing. I still to figure out. Maybe someone will come with a smarter solution, but I think that I don't want to have a double eye contour, right? It's about the eye contour, right? It's just because I have this contour. If this eye didn't have any stroke, then that wouldn't have this problem. Wait, what's happening? I think I deleted the mask accidentally. Yeah, you see, if I had this set up, I wouldn't have a problem, but then I won't have the stroke for the eye, and which is annoying, so I have to remake a duplicate of the stroke with just for the bottom part and change the material as a contour, like which I don't even have here. So this is strange, but good night, welcome cousins, welcome back. So how are you doing? Oh, this is the weekend. The weekend I decided to do something different, slightly different. Yeah, so I don't know how the best approach for that, but anyways, we are getting somewhere. So at least this time we got something. Too much space here. Let's change those positions. That's fine. Unlock all those things. No, not the. Okay, so you're seeing everything, so there's not a lot of things here, it's just reposition this eye more to the side here. What's appearing to be a lot of stuff is just the Shift L. Can't I deselect? Yeah, I can. What's appearing to be a lot of stuff, just this. No, there's something that is not moving. Oh no, this is just the... Indeed, there is something that is not moving there. Strange. some eyelids were not selected. There, this one was not selected. So I will reposition this. Something like that. Alright. So now everything should be moving there. So if I lock the hair, that will be safer. Select all, except the head. Okay, now we're moving all the structure. The ears don't need to be moving too. Some loose vertex points in some place. Alright, so this little thing took like a while to develop, to make. There's eyebrows to do also. Yeah, let's do the eyebrows here. And then I'm not even in the wigging part yet. But already doing this, preparing for seeing what we can do. Yeah, let's complete the hair feature. So I don't have a, so I just duplicate these to so there will be stroke lines. This could be just oh, I have already stroke left, don't need that. Stroke features, whatever. So these stroke features will be like, you can use this for this will be probably on the top of everything, like top of the head, yeah, maybe. So stroke features, even though no, not this, just the draw tool is fine. Okay, so what's happening here? There's a stroke, there is, okay, it was just too need some more feel more adaptive. No, not adaptive. Let's confuse a sample. And features, yeah, then here maybe we need some less of this thing here. Yeah, so simplify, less simplify, maybe about this. Yes, this is a bit better. So the melt expression should be even less than and also this this should need something like fuse pupils. Yeah, no, I prefer the matter. I don't like this thing here. It caused me too much problems. Until I really need it, I prefer to be handling these ones. Just gonna do some blush here, fill some more stroke, and here we could have some. Is there some opacity for that? No. So that opacity would come from here. So get the head. I think we can, yeah, on top of the head. So this can be blush here. I already know what to do with that head, and we just get some circle here. And maybe, okay, apply. Okay, this is not, of course, this, and here is nothing. So just to avoid any confusion, this is black color. There we go. This, okay, it's already correct. Stroke here, normal fill, just stroke. So fill blush. That's it. And so here we got an R1. And then I can edit those ones and actually lock all except this and simplify, fixed. Yeah, this is good enough. And if I, yeah, they are properly masked to the proportional editing. Let's just rearrange this. This is not seem to be masking properly, or it's just the it's a problem of the stroke rate again. Yeah, so this is like the problem of the, yeah, this is not good. I don't still don't know how to solve this interaction. The mask decides to ignore the stroke, like, or it includes the stroke as the. I'd like to invert that, but no, there's maybe something that can help here. It's not ideal, but that's sort of, because the stroke is black, to multiply. Okay, so this is a cheating method. Maybe there's another way that I'm not aware of. So here, just a visitor in my desk, big spider, but it's already hide somewhere. It shouldn't want trouble. Let's continue here, and what I want is just to solve this point here. No, that was a bad idea. Yes, I remember. So I wanted to test for the eyes too, if we can irises. If we could have this thing working as a solution there as well. Aha! Indeed we can, because something about this regular that doesn't work. So I haven't seen anyone showing this, so this is, well, maybe this is not totally good, and also maybe it's not sufficient for certain case, but for this particular case where the strokes are black, that seems to be sufficient. And here we want to stroke switch direction, and here I think also this thing, well, it's the same layer that should be working. And here we also want the stroke switch direction. That's still happening. This is a problem there. Okay, maybe yeah, whatever. I don't know how to totally solve that, but it's another problem. And there's something bad about the expression here on the eyelashes, so let's see. Yeah, then maybe these the hair can be the eyelash could cover. Let's try this. Masked by the eyelashes. No, bad idea. No, this is alright. Not sure this is great, but can work, but it's a bit awkward because the eyelashes are too prominent in this design. So Maybe I just do this for now. Yeah. And eyebrows, right? So eyebrows for this character, should they... Yeah, I think they should have colors, so basically forget. They should be above this, so let's bring here eyebrows. So this will be the same as the hair, but not this, but just this. Yeah, that'll be nice. Let's just hide this, make this little invisible. Let's look at the character design. And after I can rearrange those things, right? So basically I can also mask this eyebrows. No, I think this is the wrong. No, I was doing the wrong thing. This is the eyelash, yeah, the eyebrow. So yeah, so this is cool. Then if I want to have this, so let's first F, and just realign this to the current model, right? Instead of the model sheet. So maybe just here some slight refinings. Maybe a subdivision between these two. Good. And here in the nose, maybe another color, or just simplify this structure. Stroke features. Yeah, currently it's connected, so maybe there's little to do about this right now. So I'm just gonna leave it like that. Now this is bizarre, right? So it was working before, so maybe just paint this with some darker color, but it will be the same quest for the eyelid top, so I don't have a technical solution for this in this approach. So for now, maybe this, just realign this like that. Now it's completely okay. Now it's a little better, and yeah. So if we get also, let's bring this Yeah, I would say that in the beginning, when I was doing this, I was being completely miserable in the experience, and now I'm starting to get used to this. It looked like not so hard. It's just, you see, practice makes perfect. I never thought I would be even enjoying this kind of stuff. It's like in a great deal it's because of my interest, but also because I have found a way to do these things that is appealing to me, which is because of the, you learned here in the beginning, is the fill stroke, which I haven't been able to use a lot here, but it is the on draw mode here is the like, yeah, for the body probably we'll have something like, I can make some example here. I'm just gonna doodle here a little so to show how that can work. So no stroke for this, this is the fill, and for this case I can even use this. This will be like fill tool crazy, yeah. So just filling, and I'm just going to show kind of stuff that we can and turns out that I found that Blender is much better than the other softwares that used to do this, because in Blender we can restructure many things about these are, how to say, this will be like strokes which are digital, right? So we can not bitmap, so we can totally readjust them in so many ways. First of all, there is this, which is already powerful on its own. Like you draw the stroke, the fill, it's not dead. We can still manage to edit, but even more important than this, we can also have the readjustment of the positioning of the stroke. Let's lock everything. We can also have this, for example, arrange strokes, so we can bring it to the top, and whichever other we can, so they can be layered on the same layer. We don't even need stacking layers to do that. We can do all in the same layer. And this is completely crazy, because on other software, even Krita, you do this, you don't have this feature. You need to, you just lose the fill lose the flexibility of it as soon as it is validated. So you cannot make these additions like in Grease Pencil, and even if you do the additions, it is there. And here you can still already set stuff to be like, let me give an example. Here I'm gonna draw this on back, and I'm gonna bring an extra, I don't know, something like that. I'm gonna just make this something here. Oh, it's on back. I've made a mistake. Yeah, no problem, because we can just go on here on edit mode with this, pick this, and bring it, arrange strokes, bring to front. So now it's in front of everything. Oh, it's two on front, no problem. we can bring it one step back. Then it's so this is crazy. You can do a lot of stuff with this, and here just probably I just don't know how. One thing that I don't know how to repaint this this thing without creating. Yeah, this tool is just too strange. Yeah, so I don't even gonna bother with trying. So that's why I've been using the materials here instead of relying on this color attribute until I learn a new method or a way that is stopping acting awkward for my process here. So yeah, this is pretty awkward stuff. I don't not taking care of it, but just showing what this potential this does hold. I like the sketchy thing here, by the way, but the idea was not to be like that in the original. So, this is how it would look like. And so, folks, this was the the experiment. So next time I bring something like this, probably in the next week, and I'll be exploring more. I want to rig this in very simple way, right, for grease pencil. See what we can do with this. And yeah, so this is already a big jump in relation to what I had before. I'll keep exploring these solutions, and in the end I want to see if I can make this facial rig on a 3D character. This will be the big step forward, because then it will be when I'll be trying to make really 2D, 3D, 5D characters. Like 3D characters armature with mesh probably, but with certain grease pencil features, probably some line art, because it is a simple way to get the shapes of the mesh to have a stroke. I don't like the automation, but I think it's the way to go. Unless we want to be drawing on top of those frames, I think this is not this will be too complicated. I don't visualize very well, so I don't know. So what I'm planning really is it's just about the facial expressions to be done in grease pencil, 2D grease pencil, yeah. Because I think that if eyes, eyelashes, eyelids, eyebrows, mouth, all those are very, very hard to do, especially the mouth, right? Even I'm using the inverse sonic mouth rig with my own features, but it's like it's overly complicated, and I've seen that grease pencil is like the result maybe will be mostly the same. There are some questions if we can even merge grease pencil, maybe it's geometry nodes with the mesh in some ways to create in some profile maybe some idea of. So there are things that are open yet, but essentially I think it is possible to have a very fine combination of 2D and 3D rig, the way I'm thinking. Yeah, there's examples already, people doing that. And I want to push that direction forward. It's not exactly because I'm tired of 3D rigging. It's because I think the grease pencil right now has more potential for the stylistic expressions that I want. It's just better. Like 3D rigging for the cartoony style that I want it's good, but it's overly complicated. So this will take time. So I don't expect to be adapting this very very soon, like in the next week. No, this is probably will take couple of months from myself, but meanwhile I'll be continuing the 3D rigging and even 3D animation maybe. So I'll complete many other characters or make big progress in 2D rigging still, until I get something clean for this full combination, which is probably has a lot of shadowy domains yet. Also because there's not plenty of tutorials that will tell me how to do that. Tell us right. It's like, I'd risk to say it's still quite an open field. We have proposal, but yeah, I think the best is still not available. Maybe 2025 we'll see an explosion of those rig methods, or maybe I'll be the one to present some of them. So anyways folks, thanks for watching, being around. So nice to see you, folks. That's it for tonight. In the weekend was a big improvement here, so see, we can learn this, how hard it is. It's just a question of don't giving up, right? Getting inspired, of course, because if you try to learn something without motivation, it sucks, right? It's senseless. So I'm not sure I would use this, but I want to learn it anyways, because it opens up possibilities for, I don't know, making games, like even yes. So making games, like you can make a game with a puppet character. Why not? That might be really super fun, actually. You can make some short storytelling with that too. That can be fun too. So I want to learn this technique to be able to expand my horizons, and because I know that by learning this, not that this is the basics for something that I'm looking for to the 5D animation, but combination of 2D and 3D, but the I believe this has a lot to, because it has a lot to do with how Grease Pencil works. It's a great school, and some people there inspired me a lot, like this. I just show again. I totally recommend this This guy here is master of the Grease Pencil. So he's got it's not this, it's just propaganda. This series here. So that's highly inspiring, because although it's a puppet thing in 2D digital animation, it's in Blender, it's in Grease Pencil. I haven't finished yet. I'm in the 2D animation. This is big course, so it's free, and there's a paid version too for contributions. So I was really impressed by this course, and it is, if it was not from the structural method he brings there, I don't think I would be doing this today, right? So fast, in 1 week or something like that. I've learned a few tricks here that lifesaver, and start to understand how this thing really works. Because other tutorials, they are good, but they are not. This is robust learning. This is good stuff. So I recommend, if you're interested in Grease Pencil, this channel and this particular course is very, very nice. So thanks folks, thanks for watching, and take care. Happy blending. Have a nice weekend resting, and then see ya on maybe next week. Start out our rigging madness, creative stuff during the weekdays tomorrow. Therefore, see ya folks, enjoy.